Hello everyone, Thempire Ian here with more new cards. We've got the last piece of the deck build pack puzzle, Killer Tune. Oh my god, she's perfect. Oh, am I gonna like these guys? Ooh, am I gonna like these guys? Ooh. Alright, level 2 wind. Oh, that's a dark. Damn, I was like, wind archetype? Hello? Tuners? Hello? Okay, level 2 wind tuner with 100 attack, 2000 defense. This card on the field will be used as a synchro material. One tuner in your hand can be used as one of the other materials. But it's a tuner. It's not a tuna. You can only use the first and second of this card's name once per turn. This card is normal special. You can add a killer tune monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand. Except for a level 2 monster. If this card is sent to the graveyard as a synchro material, you can target one monster your opponent controls, destroy it. I mean, that seems pretty good, right? Am I crazy? This card already seems kind of nutty, right? This card, you normal summon it. It adds a killer tune monster. I assume they have at least one other tuner. There's a tuner. Then you can synchro summon with the tuner if you're doing something with the tuner. And then, well, it says except a level 2 monster, so it can't add this one, but I assume there's others in the deck. And then when it's sent to the grave as single material, you get to destroy a card, which gives it upside when you're going second. Oh, she's cute too. Ooh, okay. Oh, are these gonna be like all really good? Oh no, I like them a lot. Okay. Fuck, this deck build pack is good. Aesthetically, like, it's just really good. Oh, I love her. Anyways, Killer Tune Clip. Level 2 Dark Thunder Tuner. 800 attack, 1000 defense. If this card in the field will be used as synchro material, one tuner in your hand can be used as one of the materials. You can only use the first and second. During your opponent's main phase, quick effect, you can special summon this card from your hand, and immediately after this effect resolves, you can special synchro summon a tuner. Oh, and that's a quick effect, so it is turn 0. But you have to have, well, hold up. You have to have something, well, no. You have to have something on the field and a tuner in your hand, one of the other materials. Does that mean it can replace the materials? Or is that, I don't know exactly what that means. If this card is sent to the graveyard as a single material, you can banish one random face-down card from your opponent's extra deck. Oh, whoa! What the fuck? Turn 0 unicorn? That's like, well, not exactly unicorn. Because unicorn is not random, right? Unicorn you get to choose, I think? But what the fuck? That's crazy. It's been a while since I played Kashtira. Wow, she's good too. These are all really good. Fuck. I really like the aesthetics here. Killer Tune Rico. So this is the card you're searching, I guess. Because it's the only one that's not a level 2. It's a level 3 instead. Level 3 Fire Fiend Tuner. Fire Fiend. Wasn't there some... it was like with a little higher level Fire Fiends, though. 1500 attack, 800. So there's no non-tuners. Interesting. This card in the field would be... I guess they're all tuners. This card in the field will be used as single material. One tuner in your hand can be used as one of the other materials. You can use the second and first effect this card name once per turn. If this card is normal special, you can add a killer tune monster from your hand or deck or graveyard to your hand, except a level 3 monster. So it goes in reverse. Every single one of them's a 1 card starter, except for Clip, which is a turn 0 play instead. Wow. This card sends the graveyard as a synchro material, target a spell trap, destroy it. Okay. These cards are really fucking good. Already these cards are really good. And we haven't even gotten to the synchros. Synchro Tune Track Maker. Okay, this one I don't like as much. Probably because it's not immediately obviously a girl. But I really like what I like about them, including this one. Can I get a closer look at it? Here we go. Is the like color palette and the texture on the art. That's really nice. I like it a lot. All right. So it requires, so it's Light Machine Synchro Tuner. It's also a tuner. Level 4, 0 attack, 2500 defense. Requires a Killer Tune tuner, very specific, and one or more tuners of any kind. If this card in the field will be used as synchro material, one tuner in your hand can be used as one of the other materials. Huh. You can only use the first second of this card when it's returned. This card is special. You can add a Killer Tune card from your deck to your hand. So this lets you do like a continuation of plays. This card is sent to the graveyard as synchro material. You can return one card your opponent controls to the hand. So this is, I guess, what you'd be making if you are doing the turn 0 play with Clip and you only have Mix with you. You can make Track Maker. Track Maker adds another one. And then the effects of Clip to banish from the extra deck and the effect to target a monster and destroy it activate. Wow. And then then it adds a Killer Tune card from deck to hand. And then it's sent to the graveyard as a single material to return one card your opponent controls to the hand. So it's got a bounce on it. Once you get back to your turn. Ooh, Killer Tune Remix. So this is Mix's upgraded form. She turns dark and evil. She's fucked up. So this is a 5. There's no 1 in the deck. So you're making this with one of the 2s and the 3, Rico. It requires Killer Tune Mix specifically. So you actually are making it with Mix and Rico specifically, but they each search each other, so that's not actually too much of an ask, if I'm being honest. Level 5, 1500, 2000, Dark Warrior Synchro Tuner. Can only use the second effect of this card once per turn. I guess unless you have like, you could have Glow Up Bulb in this deck. Glow Up Bulb is just like another tuner you could use. And then it can recycle itself and be used again. That could be something. Gains 1500 attack while your opponent has a tuner on the field or in their graveyard. Interesting. So your opponent has to be on tuners for this to get the attack bonus. It's just like a little extra, though. It doesn't really matter. I imagine the second effect is going to be the thing. During your opponent's turn, quick effect, you contribute this card, take 2 non-synchro tuners from your graveyard, add one of them to your hand, and if you do, special summon the other, the immediate after this effect resolves, you can secret summon 1 tuner. Okay. So it lets you quick sync out of this one into one of the other ones, Track Maker or Red Seal, which appears to be Rico, but dark and fucked up, maybe, or maybe it's a different girl. This is the one that was the one they displayed, so this must be the boss monster, I guess. Killer Tune Red Seal. Also, I love the way she looks. She's really cool. I really like her. Dark Fiend Synchro Tuner, 1700, 2400, requires Rico specifically. There we go. And 1+ tuners. You can only use the third effect of this card's name once per turn. Looks like we have a higher level one later, so maybe it's not the boss monster? I don't know. Gains 300 attack for each tuner in the graveyard. Okay, so that's not like a lot. Levels of your monsters, I mean, all your monsters are tuners at least, so that's something. The level of your monsters are your opponent controls with 1700 or less attack or increased by 1. So it's got a little floodgate in it to fuck up Ixies and Synchro decks, which is kind of funny. During the main phase, quick effect, you can banish 1 tuner from your graveyard, target a face-up card your opponent controls, and negate its effects until the end of the turn. Ooh. Alright, it's just got a face-up on-field negate. That's not awful. We like that. I think that's decent. And the deck's got a lot of interruptions that aren't negates, so that's nice. Killer Tune Loudness War. Whoa, it's the Loudness War! This is something that's fucked me up. So if you don't know, I make music. I recently made a song called Cheap Distractions, which is a Teto piece. I worked with Kasane Teto to make a song. And when I was trying to figure out how to render, like what loudness level to render at, the Loudness War is really fuck with what you expect things to be at volume wise. I think I like where I ended up, but man, it is so confusing out there trying to figure out how like actually loud to render a song. Anyways, Killer 2, Loudness War, Light Machine, Synchro Tuner with 0 attack, 3000 defense. A tuner is generic, so it's a tuner and any other tuners. Just as long as it equals 6. You can only use the second effect of this card name once per turn. Other tuners you control cannot be destroyed by card effects, also your opponent cannot target them with card effects. Okay. So that, I guess, makes it a little easier to like protect your end board. When your opponent activates, how are you making a 6? I guess with 2 and 4, the 4 you could make it that way. When your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, banish a killer tune monster from your graveyard, apply its effects, and that activates if sent to the graveyard as synchro material. That's interesting. That's fun. So, what are they? Does this one have? Yeah, so you have the bounce. You've got the spell trap pop. You've got the monster pop, and you've got the banish from the extra deck, face down, which is pretty nice. All right, what are these spells doing? Because like this all seems pretty nice. I could use some spells though. Killer Tune Synchro. I hope they do. They got synchro monsters. You can only activate 2 cards with this card's name per turn. You can't special them for the rest of the turn after this card resolves, except for tuners. Ooh, weird restriction. Ooh, that's a weird restriction. Interesting. Quick play spell, by the way. Also add a Killer Tune card from your deck to your hand, except for Killer Tune Synchro. Then immediately after this effect resolves, you can synchro summon 1 tuner. Huh. So all it does is add a Killer Tune, and then quick synchro. Ooh, you can do it during the battle phase. That'll get you a little bit of extra damage in. These guys are small, so they kind of need that, I think. Juke Joint Killer Tune. That's awesome. The field spell. You can only use the third effect of this card name once per turn. During the main phase, you can normal summon a tuner in addition to your normal summoner set. Considering that all the synchros basically only need 1 summon. Like, all of these guys only need 2 guys to make them most of the time. And all the guys you're using to make them can use a tuner in hand. So really the only thing you would need an additional normal summon for... Wait, nope, this says you can use a tuner in hand. Never mind, there's nothing. There's literally nothing you would need that for. Except to just get a second synchro on the board. So that's cool. That's getting us a second synchro on the board. That's cool. You gotta have them. So one thing I'm noticing is you're going to have to like... Obviously, the two of the tuners can search more tuners, but otherwise, you're going to have a critical mass of tuners in your hand. Oh, but you know what is a tuner, chat? Do you know what's a tuner, my dear audience? Fucking Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, Ash Blossom, Ghost Ogre, a fucking Effect Veiler is a tuner. It's a 1-star though, so you could use it to get the 4 into a 5. Ooh, that's really interesting. This deck is gonna be so... Like, the way you build this deck could be so fucking cool. Oh, wow. I love when your hand traps are useful as more than just hand traps. Ah, it's so cool. Killer Tune Loudness War you control gains 3,300 attack while your opponent has a tuner on their field or in their graveyard. We don't have a way that turns our opponent's tuners in the graveyard into, or monsters in the graveyard into tuners, right? So you're just having to hope your opponent's on a synchro thing, or else you don't get your big boss monster. It's just a asshole in defense position. Treat a tuner, add to your hand or special summon a Killer Tune monster from your deck. You can't special summon a turn except for tuners. Okay, this helps you get that critical mass of tuners, I guess, where you can like swap out 1 tuner for another and gets you the levels you want, and also in doing so, gets you more tuners to hand because they have the 2 different cards that search. I guess that's something. Killer Tune Playlist, a normal trap card. You can only activate 2 cards with this card name per turn. Target a Killer Tune monster you control in your graveyard. Apply these effects in sequence. Also, you can't special the turn except this card resolves, except for tuners. Apply its effects and activate and send to the graveyard as a synchro material. I'm glad we're carrying that through. That's really cool. Or return it to the hand. So this lets you recycle a killer tune that's on the field or in the graveyard. Oh wait, it's in sequence. Okay, so it first it applies its effect and then it returns it to the hand. So ideally you're hitting something in the graveyard. You're hitting something in the graveyard you've already used its activation requirement for, or activation effect for, or either that or you did it turn 1. You're bringing it back to the hand and then activating it again. Cool. Now that's cool. This is actually a really cool trap for the deck. One problem. How are you getting it? I guess with Killer Tune Synchro, but one problem. How are you getting it? Through this one, or not this one, right? This one can just search card. There we go. So you have to have. Okay, well, I was about to say you have to have. Well, you kind of do have to have. Okay, so I'm trying to think, like, if you get mix, you can use mix to get clip, and clip and mix can make track maker, which can then get you into your spell traps. Although you gotta get the field spell, I feel like, so you don't really go after playlist. So you maybe don't even play. Is Fleur Synchron's getting a reprint? Go spell. Hey, there it is. Ooh, the Earthbound Prisoners. Wait, that sucks. No. What? I mean, I guess the little ones are, but these guys lock you into. I get like their spell traps all lock you into fucking summoning tuners. I guess you should just activate those later. Just simple as. If these make the Earthbound Servants playable, I'm going to be so fucking happy though. I fucking love the Earthbound Servants. They're so cool. Anyways, back to what I was saying. So like you can go mix to get clip and then use clip, or you can to make a track maker, and then track maker can get you the field spell, and then the field spell lets you normal summon Rico, is what I would say if you could. Hold up. I'm noticing an issue. So you go mix. Sir Mix-a-Lot adds you. Wait, it can't add you clip. It can't add you clip. It adds you Rico. And then you can't summon it. So you just have to use it as material to make remix, I guess. Yeah, you don't make Killer Tune or Red Seal, I mean, probably. So you make remix, and then remix does a quick effect, tributes itself, takes 2 from the graveyard, add 1 to hand, special summon the other one, and then synchro summon a tuner. You can. I think you have to like decline to do so. So then you can go Rico add clip. And then make. You have Rico on field, not the other one. So then you just make Red Seal. Does this hold up? I was saying this deck is powerful, but I didn't realize it's 2-card combos. There's no 1-card combo here. There's a 1-card combo. It's 1 card make Red Seal pass. What? This is not good then? Like, this, it just isn't good then. Like, what? Huh? Am I missing something? You got a tiller tune from your deck or graveyard. That's cool. I didn't notice it was or graveyard. I like that this part's not once per turn. It's just like how the card works. Send the graveyard, and you get to do this stuff, but doesn't if you're talking about turn 1 play, that doesn't matter. This part does, but again, I don't think clip really matters turn 1. It seems like clip is just something you do on your opponent's turn, it looks like, because you gotta get mix into rotation somehow. Huh. And this one it adds from deck or graveyard too, but it just adds the mix or clip. Huh. And then track maker you can only make with 2 level 2s. You can't make it with the level 3, which is the only thing you can make turn 1. Unless you happen to have the other 2 in hand, which is a 2-card combo. Ooh. If this card is special summoned, I didn't notice that earlier. And I can't think of a 2 you'd be running other than these guys. So it really is like, unless you're playing fucking Junk Warrior. Ugh. I don't want to be playing Junk Warrior stuff. Not unless the structure deck has some more cards in it. Obviously the structure deck does have more cards in it. What I was saying is, unless the more cards in that structure deck are actually good this time. So you're really relying on, like, your one guy who does anything combo wise relies on you drawing another 2 or drawing the quick play, which can get you the other 2. Oh no, I think this deck's kind of ass. I think this one is not particularly good. It's not awful. There's promise here, but it's gonna need another wave of support that actually does something on its own instead of relying on 2-card combos, because you just can't print a 2-card combo deck anymore. We're not at that stage of Yu-Gi-Oh anymore. I don't know how they don't get that. And then these effects where it's like, if your opponent controls a tuner, you get to win. It's not even you get to win, it's just you get more attack points. At least it's like for an effect that doesn't fucking matter. Although sometimes 3,300 attack is pretty nice to have. It's bigger than 3k, and that's pretty nice. But at least we have a lot of removal effects. That's the one saving grace here, is it has a lot of search power, it has a lot of graveyard, like removal effects that are actually kind of hard to interact with because they're coming out of the graveyard. It's just the lack of the 1-card combo. Granted, like, it doesn't have to be that way. Like, if you also draw the field spell, that'll also do it. Just gives you that a normal summon. But like, I don't know that the field spell is good enough to where I would play 3 copies of it to guarantee that happens. I think it's something I'd want to play 1 copy of and search, but our ability to search is severely hampered by the way the searches on these cards works. Like, the only thing that we can reliably get out of the extra deck to search is Track Maker, and that requires 2 specific cards in hand. Well, I guess it doesn't actually. It doesn't require 2 specific cards in hand. It requires 2 of these 2 cards. You could theoretically have clip and clip, or mix and mix, and also make it that way. Speaking of, Rico could also make the 6. You could make the 6 with just Rico. Not that they can search that way, but it is something you could do if you just draw it. I don't know that it's good enough for you to do that, but like it's fine. It's got a modular of like an interruption. It depends on what you have in the graveyard. Although, you know, if you made it with Rico, then the only thing you have in graveyard is Rico, and you just got a spell trap pop. So not great. Of course, the other way to make it is to make it with clip and mix, and in that case, you know, it's got a pop and the weird little banish. You also make it with Met Track Maker, so you also have the bounce. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So, like, in the best of all possible worlds, I feel like the deck is not bad. You can, if you're able to make Track Maker, you can get the field spell. The field spell lets you normal summon the Rico, which you would have searched off of mix. At least I'm assuming you are going mix here. If you only drew into clip, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. But then Rico can get you into these stuff like Remix or Red Seal. Remix is pretty good. It gets you lets you re-trigger the tuners, and then also get to like Red Seal or some shit. Could also use it to get to Loudness War, maybe? I don't know. That seems like a bad idea. I'd rather go to one of the 5s so I can get a couple different effects off, or maybe even the 4. Maybe even the 4. Although the 4 doesn't really do anything on its own. But then you get another search. So there's that. I just noticed this is a twice per turn. You activate 2 cards with this card's name per turn. I don't know if I mentioned that before. That's kind of interesting. It makes sense to me. It's not particularly good. All it is a, like, it's a Rhoda. It's a Rhoda that has like a very, very rough lock, and then also quick synchros. If you like with how few searches the deck has for spell traps, if you manage to get 2 in the hand, I think you deserve that win. Okay, why are they reprinting? Oh, sorry about that. What's that? Fleur? Synchron? Yes, it is. If sent to the graveyard, a Synchro material, especially a level 2 or lower monster from your hand. Dog, you do not want me to play this card. You're not. What are you talking about? I'm not doing that. You can't make me. I'm not doing that. I'm certainly not playing the rest of this crap. The Fleur stuff. Only Fleur Synchro I'll play is Baronne de Fleur. No, I'm not doing this. It is funny. It is something you could do. It's just not very good. The Ghost Spell is a much better suggestion. I'm not sure the Earthbound stuff does what you want. Junk Synchron does kind of do what you want a little bit, though. If it weren't for the fact that Junk Synchron like doesn't really do anything on its own, also, like I would be like, maybe as like a recovery tool, Junk Synchron's kind of a funny little play. Also, but I just realized all the fives have specific tuner requirements. So like, if it's clip in the graveyard, you can't make anything. You have to have killer tune mix specifically, because Rico is not. It's a 3, and Junk Synchron is also a 3. And it only gets level 2 or lower monsters anyways, because it wants to make Junk Warrior. Glow Up Bulb would be funny, but I feel like it's not particularly good here. Because, like, Glow Up Bulb's a 1. Like, if it was a 2, I think it would work here. But a 1 is only so useful. You can't make any of these 5s because they need specific material. And you can't make the 6 because you need it to be a 2 for that. Unless you're going with another one. You could make remix with killer tune mix, clip, and glow up bulb. That's like the one place glow up bulb actually has a use here. I don't know if that's worth it, right? I don't know that that's worth it. I guess glow up bulb also lets you turn like remix or seal into Loudness War. But that also doesn't seem very good, right? That doesn't seem very good at all. What about the Earthbound Immortals? Or servants? Well, let's just type Earthbound. It'll be easier because some of them are called prisoners and some of them are called servants. There, yeah, see, the lower ones are called prisoners. So the problem I'm seeing with the Earthbound prisoners is one, that Groundkeeper is a 1. But where's Linewalker? Yeah, Linewalker's a 3. And that's the tuner, which is fine. And then the 5 is the one who searches either one. It gets you Harmonic Synchro Fusion, which is a really funny card. And the 1 can get you into it can especially summon the 3. I just don't know what you're actually doing with them, right? Especially with Barone banned, and we're not playing any runics here, which is what you did with the Barone stuff. Oh yeah, that one's a tuner too. I forgot it's a 1-star tuner. That's why. That's how you make the Barone, with the 9 runic and Groundkeeper. That's right. That's right. What are you supposed? What are they wanting you to do here? Linewalker plus Rico equals Loudness War, I guess. You get the Harmonic Synchro Fusion to make what? Requires a dark monster. This one requires an Earthbound Fusion and Earthbound Synchro. Like, there's no two Earthbound monsters. What am I supposed to be making here? Am I just supposed to be playing Earthbound alongside these guys? Because I'm not gonna do that. I gotta actually be making something worthwhile. I don't know. Very confusing. Yeah, I think these are just bad. That's so unfortunate because they look really cool and I like the naming. And I like this, this is a really interesting gimmick. Although I will say, if everyone's tuners, no one's tuners. This might as well be link summoning. Like, what the, what are we doing? Well, not quite, because as I've very thoroughly pointed out, the levels are really fucking us over here. So it actually might as well, it's not quite link summoning still. But, yeah. Now, these are rough. I wonder, hold up. What's the Can I get a look at the numbers here? 31, 32, 33, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. Okay. So the missing one is a main deck monster. I don't know what the missing one... The missing one for Hecka Hands was like fairly decently impactful, but Hecka Hands I think were pretty okay at the beginning. I don't know what the missing card, if there is even a missing card for the flip pendulum guys. Those cards are good without a missing card. These ones are gonna really depend on what the missing card is. And the fact that the missing card appears to be a main deck monster, that actually could be a lot. If it's a level 3 to like be searched, like an additional thing to be searched off of Mix, that could be it could be what fixes it. Like, I mean, it still fucks up if you draw Rico, but maybe whatever it is good to summon, and Rico is just like a backup. It does a search, you know. If if that 3 can also be a 2, if the missing thing is a 3 that can also be a 2, I think that would solve everything. I think that would legitimately solve the deck, and then we would be off to the races. We'll see though. I guess we'll see what that missing card is. That's gonna really change what this archetype's standings are, and right now I'm not feeling good about it. I'm not feeling good about it at all. A lot of really cool stuff in here, cool ingredients, but we need something to bring it all together, and it doesn't have that yet. It needs something to make this one card combo actually worth doing. But yeah, that's all I got. Wait, hold up. Wait a minute. Okay, no, none of them are psychics. I was checking to make sure there weren't any psychics here, because if we could E-Tele, that would be a whole different story. Nope, not a one. Not a single psychic in the bunch. It's the Machine Fiend Warrior archetype. I didn't notice that's the... Everything in here is Machine Fiend Warrior. Interesting. I guess we'll see what that final card is, and we'll see if that fixes it. Until then, that's all I got for here. Let me know what you think of these cards down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye! Hey there, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I've got a lot more for you if you want them. Just hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to get notifications. I'd also appreciate if you left me a like and a comment, and maybe shared the video around with your friends. You can also follow me on all the usual social media sites. Just check out my website in the description below for more info. My videos are funded by my patrons, Ko-fi subscribers, and YouTube members, whose names you'll see scrolling by in the credits here. For just $1 a month, you too could find yourself here, trapped in my end screen for all eternity. In particular, I'd like to thank Jeremy Coatney, Frog Prince Michael, Fleekill, Haru Hayes, the Almighty Ferret Lord, and Fire Mizumi. A big thanks to all my other patrons and to my little community as a whole. Remember to be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, and have a wonderful whatever time it is for you. Bye-bye!